So a while back, I held a survey regarding my channel, and it both confirmed some thoughts I've been having and also brought up some great points. My channel's Valve News Network in particular are my passion, and I've always looked for ways to make these channels grow. So in this video, I want to go over some new ideas and potential changes to my content, along with many ways, some free, that you as a viewer can do to get involved with the production. And keep in mind, anything that I say today is open for discussion. So if you have any opinions whatsoever, feel free to tell me in the comment section below. To start off, I feel I need to answer some frequently asked questions, as many of the responses in the survey seem to bring light some confusion viewers have about the channel. Are you officially and/or professionally associated with Valve? No. Valve News Network is a fan project owned and operated independently from Valve software. How many are part of your network? Only one. I, the speaker, Tyler McVicker, am the sole member of any of these channels that I run, VNN and NNN in particular. How are these videos made? It really all depends on the type of video. News videos can take about a day, where large documentary style videos can take upwards of a few months. So the process changes on a video by video basis. Most of my more frequently uploaded short form videos are created somewhat adhering to this process. Number one, I check every source of news many times a day to make sure I can cover a story when it breaks. Number two, when a story is found, I search all over the internet for any possible information while taking unorganized notes down in a notebook. Number three, once I get a general understanding of the info, I take the notes and organize them into an outline, once again, handwritten. Number four, this outline is then turned into a full script, which the script is then read through, edited, and refined. Number five, once the script is about where I'd like it to be, I read it into my Blue Yeti mic, which is being recorded on Sony Vegas 13. Number six, that audio is chopped up, edited, and some basic audio work is done. Number seven, I then record a game most relatable to the story using DxTory and the Magic Yuv codec. I chop up the gameplay footage to highlight kills and time it around the breaks in audio. Number nine, I then run through the footage and gather and overlay any useful imagery relevant to what is being discussed. And number 10, I add background music to the game and then render. Now, the rendering is the trickiest part. Sony Vegas, although being the editing software I know the best, is a touchy program. Sony Vegas tends to have incredibly long render times even on high-end hardware, and frequently program and system crashes can happen at any point in the render. This one step can seriously delay a video, and there have been times where a video was finished at around 1 a.m., but the render didn't finish until 5. I know many will just tell me to switch to like Premiere or something, but not only is this expensive, but re-educating myself on how to edit videos is so time-consuming. And this brings me to my problem. Making videos in general is a time-consuming task. Between constantly lurking on the forums and writing every day to try and find the perfect way to word stories, along with the actual editing and recording of videos, days can be eaten up without much effort at all. Now, this is completely fine by me. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. But being a full-time university student, it can be hard to find this time. I have to continually ask if what I am doing is a good use of my time, and I usually think so, but lately this has begun to change. YouTube is always changing, and there can be times where I feel the amount of time being poured in isn't worth the returns. I know what many will put in the comments, and yes, I'm completely fine with getting a real job to offset the growing cost of college. However, that will bring its own cost as well. Work while being a full-time student and constantly updating the YouTube channel are impossible to do at the same time, and something will have to go if it comes down to it. So essentially, I either need to vastly improve what I'm doing on a technical level, making the video creation process more efficient, and put everything I have into this. And if it doesn't work out, I have to find something else to do. And this is where all the good news comes in. I know it sounds like I'm trying to get to something, but believe me, the changes I'm about to talk about are all good and based off the incredible feedback that these survey people gave me. First, I'm going to upload at set times, starting once every 3 days. The videos in particular will not be scheduled, meaning they're not going to be specific types of videos uploaded at specific times. It's only the times of the uploads that are set. These will range from normal news and speculation-based videos on top of the Valve catch-up and community catch-ups. Now, if a news story hits before a set upload day, that news video will come out as soon as possible, but also count as the next video. Now, I have many new ideas for different formats and projects projects in the realm of Valve News Network, including, I'm just throwing them out, Steam Workshop Showcase, a redesigned VNN mod reviews that takes heavy inspiration from the YouTubers I watch, for example, Accursed Farms, Lazy Game Reviews, Super Bunny Hop, and Total Biscuit, along with mod preview. I could upload more frequently and test longer and more involved ideas, but this is where help would need to come in. First, I am currently running a Patreon, and I know I've basically talked about this before, but it has recently gone through a complete overhaul. And with feedback from the community, I have thought of new rewards and goals. I incredibly appreciate any amount of support that I receive, and even if none of these goals happen, it won't bring an end to anything. I will continue to create the best content I possibly can. However, if the Patreon were to hit something along the lines of $600, I will upload more often, switching from every 3 days to every other day. Now, another major facet of my content I aim to improve are live streams. However, I really enjoy doing them. I feel as though they are a great way for communicating with all of you and just having some fun with you guys. Now, if you didn't know, I do stream using Twitch to play games and talk to the community as much as possible. However, for a long time, streams just randomly occurred with no prior warning, and many were upset if they missed something they didn't even know happened or was happening at like 2 in the morning for them. So yes, I am creating a new schedule that I will adhere to as much as I possibly can. So from where I stand now, I will be streaming 3 times a week. Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and the Thursday streams will be called Bethesda Thursdays. Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time will be Valve Nights, where we will be able to play anything Valve, but I expect it to be Team Fortress 2, CSGO, along with Valve's other popular games, playing with the community whenever possible. And Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time will be guest streams. Either my best friend Garrett or my girlfriend Electra, the 2 people that were top voted for the people to have as guests in the surveys, and people that I have played with many times before on streams. And you probably already guessed it, the Patreon can help here too. Once again, if that $600 goal is reached, I will be adding another day to stream, being Sundays at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time. Now, the topic of the stream is up in the air and decided upon if this goal is successfully reached. Now, another thing I want to quickly touch on is if you are a fan of specifically the Valve News Network Twitch page, another way that you can support the channel is by subscribing to the Valve News Network Twitch page. If you do so, you actually get to vote on what games I play on every stream. You also get excluded from slow mode and get emotes, but the most important thing is you get to vote on what games I play. Now, why do I need a Patreon at all? What do viewers get out of it? Well, the money gained will be used in a few ways. Yes, part of the money will be used to help pay my college tuition, and part will be put into savings, but a large majority will be put into the channel with things like equipment and funding larger and longer videos. For example, those 20-minute documentary videos about Valve history take weeks or sometimes months, and this could offset the cost of working long periods on only one main thing. Also, things like VR could be reported properly with the actual equipment. I could get better footage and give real opinions on the different actions made by Valve without having to rely on any third-party source. I could also experiment with moving into other games, with a larger budget affording me more time to spend learning and researching a larger variety. Nintendo News Network, for example. I get it, Tyler, more consistency and organization if the Patreon goes well, but what's in it for me? First, anyone that becomes a patron gets access to a weekly write-up about all the projects I'm currently working on, with details on all upcoming videos and streams. People that pledge a bit more will also get to vote on the topic of every long-form history and beta video, along with every mod review and preview. On top of that, you also get priority on my Valve News Network recording server. Oh yeah, if you weren't aware, I own a VNN CSGO and TF2 server. Most of the time it's public and free. However, before I record any video, I will give the server a password and then distribute the password out to patrons. After about half an hour, the password will then be given out to everybody on my public Steam group. Keep in mind, any rewards will be given out on the Patreon page, so make sure to check the page and your personal Patreon messages as much as possible if you want to keep up with the rewards. Now, with the different reward tiers, you can also view my handwritten notes, typed out scripts, and outlines for every video that I make. And you can also have access to the raw audio and video footage taken, with me walking through the patrons on the entire process of the video before going in and reading the script. Now, for anyone interested or curious about these, I have uploaded all files related to this video on my personal channel, Tyler News Network. Wait, what is Tyler News Network? It's a little extra channel where I upload my non-Valve Nintendo related projects ideas from now on, such as an idea that I had to cover all the many, and excuse me for saying this, TF2 clones in the vein of my current TF2 videos, along with edited streams and highlights and other projects like Teach a Rockstar. It's essentially a testing ground for different ideas I have. But Tyler, I have no way of supporting the Patreon, but I still want to help. What can I do? Many things. For example, if you use Adblock Plus, I recommend switching over to just standard Adblock. Adblock has a feature to whitelist certain YouTubers and allow ads to be played on only those channels. And if you want to support me, maybe think about whitelisting my channels, such as Valve News Network or Nintendo News Network. I also have a P.O. box, which you can send things to. Everything sent will be open on a live stream, and also I do collect video games. So if you do want to send over something I do not have, I definitely will play it on a live stream. Tyler, this is great that you are trying to improve your channel, but I am interested in none of this. Is there anything else? Yeah. First, I appreciate that you made it this far into the video, even though you don't agree with the different support methods. Honestly, just watching my videos helps me enough, and if you are interested, maybe give some of my other videos a watch. I do sometimes cover things aside from Valve, and maybe you will enjoy it, or at least have some constructive criticism. Lastly, and I am open to opinions on this, I am open to doing sponsorships for these videos now. After experimenting with it at the end of last year, I am able to take submissions for advertising. Keep in mind, I limit the ads to be written near the ending of a video, usually written into the script so it doesn't jar heavily with the rest of the content. If you are interested in advertising on my videos, feel free to contact me at the email address on the screen. This is also in the description down below. Also, for any views that are opposed to ads, like I said, feel free to tell me any ways I can make them less intrusive or annoying, or any reason I should just not do them. I honestly appreciate any help I can get, and under no circumstances should anyone feel obligated to help. Thank you very much for sticking through the whole video. Hopefully you liked it, and I hope I can exceed your expectations with these videos I have planned for the future. But anyways, as for now, I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.